Hi! Today I want to tell you about all my 5-star reads of this year. I know the year isn't finished yet, but currently I'm reading a book that I don't think is going to be 5 stars. It's November right now, and the next book I'm going to read is the next book in a series, so I wouldn't be able to mention that much about it anyway. So yeah, only the December reads aren't included in this one. But I want to actually go through it every month and see how much 5 stars I got every month, and then see if I would recommend them to you or if I just like them but I don't necessarily think other people would. So let's just get into the January 5 stars. These are 4 of the books. I actually had 5 stars, or I had 5 books that I gave 5 stars to in January. So that's quite a lot, and it was a nice start of the year to have 5 stars. That's crazy. Just start with this one actually. This is The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human. It's the Mead Mishaps series, and then it's the third book, and it's by Kimberly Lemming, and she is one of the authors that I will read every single book she comes out with. I love it so much. So, like I said, this is the third book in a series, and I just enjoyed all of them actually. And when I was reading the second book, there was this character that I was really interested in him, and I was like, oh, I want to know more about him, you know? I hope the third book is about him. So then I started reading this book, and I'm like, yes, it's about him. I like him so much. I also really love this cover art. There is a character that's like a talking sword, and it's just a really funny character. They're both they grew up kind of lonely, and now they found each other, and it's really cute. I do have to say, I'm saying it's cute, but it's also really spicy. So if you don't like a spicy book, this is not it. It's a fantasy where they kind of try to figure something out together. But yeah, while figuring that out, they're also figuring out each other, if you get what I'm saying. So then another book that well, I'm gonna say that I gave 5 stars, but this whole video is every book I gave 5 stars, so obviously. But it's the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. And what I really liked about this book was that there's kind of a found family aspect in it, because there's this witch and she goes to a house with 3 little witches, and it's just these little girls, and they're kind of, mischievous, or how do you say it, but yeah, they're just having fun together, and she's kind of gonna teach them how to be a witch or just babysit, kind of. Yeah, I don't it's a bit of both, but it's adorable. If you don't like spice, this is fine. This is such a cute found family witches book. And I would I would recommend this to anyone that's looking for a cozy book to read. So it's a good one. I also read The Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. Um, I was wondering if I should mention this book because, yeah, the author is not the best person. Let's not waste any words on that. But I liked the little stories because it's basically just a bunch of short stories. The next book is kind of an unpopular opinion. Twisted Hate by Anna Wong. And I know quite a few people think that this is the worst of the 4 books, because this is the third book in a series. And you have Twisted Love, I'm twisting words. Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and then the last one is Twisted Lies. I think I gave Twisted Love, which is the first one, and Twisted Lies, which is the fourth one. I think I gave both of them 4 stars, and then Twisted Games, the second one, I loved. I would have given that 6 stars if it was possible, because that's a bodyguard trope, and yeah, I'm into that. I like that. But this one, a lot of people hate this one. I thought it was good because there's Josh and Jules, and they're just bickering, and they have this thing, this back and forth, and they kind of do go, well, I wouldn't say enemies to lovers because I wouldn't really call them enemies. If I say enemies, I immediately think of like fantasy with actual enemies, you know, with different realms and stuff like that. But that's maybe my own interpretation. But yeah, they're not friends. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I really liked it, and they both work in the same hospital, so that's also what it's about a bit. You can just read it separately if you just want to get to one of them. If you want to only read one of the books, Twisted Games. That's my favorite. But yeah, this was good enough for me to also give it a 5 stars. Oh, and then I have one other book that I gave 5 stars to in January. That's The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laura Gilmore. That whole series is more of a 3-star series. But this one, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, I loved it because it's about this a woman who owns a bookstore and she's a bit shy, and then there's kind of this thing happening where there are clues that she's kind of trying to solve, and I don't know, it's just I could really connect to the character, and that's what made it even better for me. And I really like this couple that ends up getting together. I think they're really cute together. And it does also have some spicy scenes. Yeah, if you don't like spice, then this might not be it for you. But if you do like spice, good book. And then next are the February reads. I actually only have one book, and that's The Last Bookshop in London. This plays in 1939. So it's about this woman, and she is going to work in this bookstore, and it's just lovely to see how she's connecting to people, and obviously it's a really hard time that they're going through. What I did appreciate is that although there is this bombing happening and they need to find shelter, and obviously it's terrible, it doesn't go into depth. I mean, there are bodies found at houses that have been bombed, and you know there is terrible stuff happening, but it doesn't go into detail too much. So it, yeah, I feel like that would be too much of a heavy read for me, and I did expect that to be the case, but it wasn't, because it was a bit more lighthearted and it focused more on finding the community and, you know, staying strong together, struggling with this rough time, but you know, trying to get through it. And I really liked that part of this book, and there's also a little bit of romance in it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. I think especially if you want to try out historical fiction, but you don't want something that's too heavy to start with, then I definitely feel like this could be a good book to start with. It's by Madeline Martin. Then in March, I didn't have a 5-star read. In April, I had this read that I loved. It's My Roommate is a Vampire, and like it says, her roommate is a vampire, and it's just it's so fun, and I love how they connect, and she's kind of an artist, so there's just funny things happening. It has a bit of a plot, but it's mostly just fun, and I loved it. Oh, I should also mention I did give it 4 spicy peppers. You know, do with that what you will. And then in May, this was my 5-star read, My Vampire Plus One. This is the second one in the series, and this is a vampire who is the friend of the other guy. This is Reggie, and I just I really like this one too. It was so much fun. This is Amelia, and she is an accountant. And what I also really liked about this book is that the characters from the last book were mentioned a lot in this book as well. So I always like that. I wouldn't say it's interconnected. I would say it's actually a series, and you should really start with the first one. That's just better. This one I gave 5 spicy peppery stars to. So if you don't like that, then maybe skip it. Then for June, I have The Teller of Small Fortunes, and this is written by Julie Leong. And Just look at the cover. Isn't that gorgeous? Sao is the female main character. She travels and then tells people small fortunes, but she actually, you know, can tell what's gonna happen. It's just really cute because at some point there's these two guys that she runs into, and then they start traveling together. And one of them is trying to find his daughter, and the other one is just coming along, I think. It's just such a cute found family aspect. So if that's something you're looking for, this is a lot of fun. And what I thought was really nice is that in the beginning of this book, they meet up with someone and she kind of tells a fortune. Later on in the book, you see what kind of life they're living now. And I feel like that's just something this book does so well. That it's really cozy and there is some plot to it, but it's also just a fun read. And I don't think there's any spice in this book. So if you don't like spicy books, then this is a good one. It gave me D&D vibes, Dungeons and Dragons, because it's this fantasy quests type of feel. So definitely a recommendation. Oh, and then another book in June was I Leave It Up to You, and this was one of the first LGBTQ books that I have read. It's about this man who has been in a coma for quite a while and has lost all his memories, and he doesn't really know who he is anymore. And I don't know, it's really cute and heartwarming, and it's different than other books I've read. It's not just your typical romance book, and I don't want to give too much away, but I would really recommend this one if you want to get into a romance book, but that's a little bit different, and it's about somebody's life and him just rediscovering who he is and reconnecting with his family, and that's just really beautiful. And for July, there are two 5-star reads. One of them is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I know quite a few people give this like 3 stars, while they actually give the Harry Potter books 5 stars. But I really enjoyed being back in this world. I always loved the Harry Potter movies. If you like Harry Potter, I guess this is good, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to people because I do understand that people feel like, oh, it's a fan fiction and they don't like it as much. It is written in this way that it's, like a script. And once you're reading it, I didn't notice it anymore and I was just into it, but I do get that some people don't like that. Then there's another Kimberly Lemming book that I also read, but I read it as an ebook, so I can show you right now. But it's called What's a Girl Gotta Do to Get on the Naughty List? It's just a spicy fantasy book, and you're getting spice. That's what you're getting. It's a really short book, so if I tell you anything other than that, then it's just gonna spoil stuff. But if you're looking for a fun, spicy Christmas book, go read this one. And to keep this going, in July I read I Got Abducted by Aliens and Now I'm Trapped in a Rom-Com, which is also by Kimberly Lemming. She gets abducted by aliens, and it's these two aliens. As you can see on the cover, there's a pink dinosaur and there's a lion. It's weird. It is weird, I will admit that. It's a really spicy book. I just thought it was really funny. I read this with my book club and they all gave it like 2 stars or something. So yeah, I don't want to recommend, well, no, I want to recommend it to everyone because I love it, but I know people hate it because it's stupid, but I love it. I mean, okay, let me tell you this. One of the aliens, actually, no, both, the aliens, they have a tail, and at the end of the tail, they have a suction cup. Yeah, so that's this book. If you don't like spicy books, do not read this. Even if you do like spice, maybe this is too weird because it is weird. And then in August, I read Tuskloff, another spicy book, fantasy vibes. Yes, again, I know, what can I tell you? It's what I'm into. This green guy you can see right here, Oscar. Oh, I'm just realizing this is Guinevere and Oscar. Oscar is my book boyfriend. He is number one. He is so adorable. I love him. I don't know how to explain it. He's just the best. If you want to find a new amazing book boyfriend that is gonna just knock all the other guys off the list, Oscar. It has something to do with D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, like I mentioned before. And Guinevere is a bit of a, well, she's not spoiled, but she is a rich princess? No. Actually, as the daughter of an ambitious merchant, Guinevere has a predetermined path. Marry into a noble house of the Dwendalian Empire, raise her family's station, and live quietly as a lording's obedient wife. But Guinevere longs for a life unbounded by expectations for freedom and passion and adventure. Those distant dreams become a sudden reality when her caravan is beset by bandits, leaving her guards slain and Guinevere stranded alone on the dangerous Amber Road. Her only chance of survival is to travel alongside Oscar, an aloof half-orc who saved her during the attack. Despite his cold exterior, Oscar is brave, thoughtful, and, unlike anyone Guinevere has ever met. And while Guinevere may be sheltered, she brings out a softness in Oscar that he has never dared to feel before. As the flames of their passion grow, they realize that soon they'll need to choose between their expected destinations and their blossoming romance. I love this! It's adorable. You just need to read it. That's it. Why haven't you read this yet? It's the best book out there. Oscar and Guinevere are just, I love them. Okay, in September, there was this book called When the Tides Held the Moon, and it was a Goodreads challenge. That's why I read it, and I didn't think I was gonna like it that much, so I didn't buy the book. Also, the book was 35 euros, and I just thought that's too much. But it's a 5-star read, so now I do want to buy it because I can't hold it, I can't show you, and I wanna own this book. It's a great book. It's just a really beautiful book, and also to see how the merman starts trusting Benny, I think. And yeah, it's beautiful. And someone said in the book club that it was kind of like that one movie. I'll put it up here. And when she said that, I'm like, yes, it is kind of like that movie, or at least the vibes. It's really similar. So I do think it's a really good book. And if you like found family, then this is a good recommendation for you. The last 5 stars are from October, so last month, and it's the third Gilmore Girl. It's by Kelly Bishop, who plays Emily Gilmore in the Gilmore Girls, a series I really like, and it's her memoir. And I was really interested in her life, and I really enjoyed the audiobook because she narrates it, and I thought it was really wonderful. I will say I don't necessarily recommend it if you don't know her. Ooh, I forgot one 5-star. I don't know in which month I got to this one, but it's The House at Pooh Corner. It's a children's book, I know, but I listened to the audio. It was just a chill, cute book, so I would recommend it, especially if you have children. So these are the 5-star books of this year so far. Okay, so I just talked for an hour or more, so I have no idea how I'm gonna edit this into a 10-minute video. It's probably not gonna be able to be 10 minutes, so if you stuck with me this whole time, thank you so much for watching, and definitely let me know if you have any 5-star recommendations for me, because I'd love to see what type of books you guys read. So let me know, and thank you for watching. Bye!